Hey everyone, it's a new year. I've finally got my graphics card back, and I'm going to kick off this year with Tharsis. Now, this is a game by Choice Provisions, who were formerly known as Gaijin Games and are known for their Bit Trip series. Now, Tharsis is to be released on the 12th, and I thought what better way to kick off the new year than to release a Tharsis video each day up until the release, as the developers were kind enough to give me access to it early. The story for the game is that there's a mission to Mars, a cluster of micrometeorites hit the ship, and basically fun ensues. In this case, fun is people dying, ship being destroyed, and possibly even cannibalism. You know, all the fun things like that. Your role in the game is to hand out tasks to the crew members to try to keep the ship in one piece, and it is absolutely brutal. Sometimes it seems like the game's one goal is just to completely crush your spirit. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump straight in and get started on this downward spiral. So this is the crew members we have available at the moment. There's various others that can get unlocked over time. I'm definitely playing on normal because I have zero chance on hard. In reality I have zero chance on normal either, but we'll ignore that for a moment. So let's jump on in.
We had prepared for any disaster, for every disaster. Not all of them at once. We can't turn back, but how can we go on?
So, here's our crew, here's our ship. As you can see, we have events, in this case a heater failure and a meteoroid strike. Both of these are going to cause damage to the ship if we don't fix them before the end of the turn, and they both have particular dice rolls associated with them that will be bad. Now, everything in this game is based on dice rolls. Everything from assistance to me to fixing things. You'll get the idea as we go along, but I love the dice mechanic. Now, unfortunately, this might be a much quicker game than I was expecting even, because our ship currently has 3 structure points left, and we're going to take 3 damage if we don't fix all of these. So, first things first, we need to go to this heater failure, because this meteoroid strike is going to take a lot of points to fix, and everyone is stuck at this end of the ship. Now, unfortunately, they can't cross over this failure without first taking a point of health in damage from crossing over this other failure. So, yeah, it's quite tricky to get people deployed sometimes where you want them. The captain has very little chance on her own of fixing this, so I suspect what we're going to have to do is send her in. Okay, so here's the screen for the various events. At the top is the number we need to fix it. She has 2 dice that she can roll, and there's a whole bunch of other things you can do with the dice that we're going to ignore for the moment. If I roll a 2 or a 3, those dice get locked, and I can't use any of her remaining rerolls in order to try to get better rolls. This is much clearer once you start actually seeing it being played. So I've rolled her 2 dice, I've got a 6 and a 1. Now what I'm going to do is drop the 6 in here to get repairs started, and then re-roll this 1 because it can't possibly be worse. It can be exactly the same though. Okay, so what I'm going to do, yeah, I'll just drop that in, finish her deployment, and then bring the specialist in because 2 dice should be plenty to score a 4 or more. Should be plenty, but this game has a habit of screwing you over. There we go. Now, I rolled a 3, which normally would lock that dice, but up here we have assists. I had exactly 1, and that has now been used to cancel that effect. So if I have any other effects, that includes injury to crew members or dice just vanishing entirely, I have no more assists left to help me out there. So what I am going to do is just get this repair finished, because I don't want any messing around with that. So now that's sorted, I have 2 people left to solve this. They are well, they can fix it. In fact, it might not be so impossible. So what I'm going to do is bring the mechanic in first, Now these all have special abilities, so basically now that I've shown you the main mechanic, if I roll a 5 or more, I can drop the dice in here and that would add 1 point of structural health to the ship. It does lose me that dice though, so I won't be able to put it into the repairs. So he's got 4 dice. I'm hoping... Wow, that is a nice roll. Now you see, because I've got no more assists, that dice is now locked. I can't re-roll that one. What I can do is drop dice over here. Each module in the ship has a different ability. So if I drop a 5 or more in here, I'll get 3 assists back. Which should actually be very useful, but right now I just want to get this solved. So I'm just going to drop all these in. And now it's going to be really easy for the next crew member to fix that, because she has 3 dice. I need to get a 4 or more. I almost can't fail. I'm definitely not saying that I can't fail, because then I will do. Okay, this is good. So what I'm going to do is drop that in there to get the repair done. I'm going to drop this down here in the research projects, another thing you can use the dice for. Basically, each one you drop in adds 1 point over here, and then you have these special abilities that you can use at any time based on the number of points they require. So right now I could add 3 repair to a particular module using the 1 point I have available. What I am going to do is re-roll this one, hopefully get a 5 or more. No, just going to drop into research then. On a 5 or more I was going to give it to her and give both the mechanic and her an extra point of health, which is the bar along the side here. So I think I've covered most of the mechanics. So you got health, you got dice, you got her abilities, you got modules abilities, you got research projects. Just this bar on the other side remaining, this is stress. So basically, at the end of each turn, as you're about to see when I finish her deployment, the game checks for any events I haven't resolved. We have a little cutscene.
But if I can't lead them, we're all dead. I need to get it together.
And then their stress comes into play because I have to pick one of these options at the end of each turn. And basically, the more stress that, say, these 2 people have, the worse the option here will be. So the goal really is to keep the stress as low as possible and get good options to take. Right now I can get 2 assists but increase the stress, or an extra food, which you'll see on the next screen, but minus 1 dice for each of them. Now, this is a hard choice because I'd really like to go for the assists, but adding stress is a kind of a long-term killer. Minus 1 dice might be worse though. If we get a dot of structural issues next turn, then I really need those dice. I'm going to take the stress, I think, in return for the assists. So now food. Basically we're getting 1 food that returns 3 dice to a particular character. What I think I'm going to do is give it to the captain. And then we finish. And now new turn and new effects. We are only getting structural damage in this game. This is crazy. So other penalties for not fixing them include harming the people, losing food, I think losing dice, and there's a few others that I don't recall off the top of my head. Now, what do I want to get fixed first? The orange penalties on the rolls, by the way, are injuries. So we got stasis like before, and injuries now. So, captain... Yeah, I'm going to send the captain to solve this one, hopefully by herself. So, boxes of floating junk advertising material. Just clean all this stuff up. So, let's roll her dice. Other than the 1, this is not bad. So she can solve it by herself with the 6, the 5 and the 1. What I might do though is use the dice hold to store these away for the moment. Re-roll these 2 because no matter what I roll she's still guaranteed to be able to fix it. Hopefully get a few more 6s and 5s. I'm glad I got those assists because she'd have taken an injury just there. So, this is going to have to be the 6 to 5 and the... I'll use the 6 to 5 and the 3. Technically I could use the 2, but I want to drop that into research projects right now. So that's her deployment finished, that's that problem solved. I am not doing badly right now. So she can get on reroll, 1 health to crew reroll. So what I might do then is deploy her first, and then I can use the doctor to give everyone 1 health. Then the mechanic, then the doctor last, because then if she has a spare dice, she can give 1 health to everyone. This is my plan. How well do you think this is going to go? Don't roll an injury. Good. This is going into repair. Nice and quick. Mechanic next. Now, even if we don't fix this, our ship is not going to be destroyed this turn at least, because we have 3 health and 2 damage potentially occurring. Ooh, he could almost do it himself. Do I want to re-roll things? What does he need? 7. That is the average roll on 2 dice, or most likely roll on 2 dice. Go on. Let's risk it. And he repairs it. Now this is an interesting situation because I wanted to be able to deploy... Oh, you can yeah. So this rarely occurs. I fixed everything and I have 1 person left. I can send her wherever I want, and each of these modules has extra bonus stuff I can potentially use them for. So... Oh, hopefully that's not showing up. I may have to blank that out. Random Twitter things appearing. So no movement damage. Harvesting food could be good. Getting dice back. Reducing stress might be very useful. Ship repair. No, stress. Let's go for stress. Or the assists. Well, stress is getting fairly high, and I can't remember whether that's for 1 person or for everyone that reduces stress. I'm going to try it out. No, I'm going to go for assists. I want the assists. Come on, come on. There we go. So that's 3 assists back, that's good for me, and this dice is effectively wasted, so that is done. And again, we've solved every problem. I'm feeling good about this run.
Fear get the better of me, but the others have proven me wrong. I'm proud of how the crew has come together. I think we might actually have a chance.
Okay, +1 food, -1 dice, +1 health, -1 ship. Now I don't want to take extra damage because that can rapidly get out of control. +1 food would actually be really nice. I'm going to take the hit on dice. Where is my +1 food? Now I don't quite understand the food mechanics. It's possible that I wouldn't have got any food this turn normally, in which case I'm very glad I took that option. This can go to... People are going to need healing eventually, so I'm going to give the doctor more chance of doing that. Free damage. That is very much not good, especially as most of everyone can't get to it without fixing everything else first or taking damage. Now, I'm feeling slightly less good about this run. Maybe I should send the doctor over there. She can potentially do it herself. 17 is not great for a 4 dice. But so the captain can pitch in as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to send the captain in first, and then the doctor, and then she can use some of her spare dice to heal both of them. Unless I get rolls like that, of course. Definitely re-rolling. bit more like it. I've used 2 of my assists on that, but we're a little closer to getting things done. So we're down to 9. On 4 dice, that's not terrible. Oh, she takes 2 damage for going through 2 things. Ah. Now that is not so good, because then she is very close to dying. Do I want to try to fix... yeah. I'm going to try to fix this first using these 2. And hopefully that will work out. This is where things start to get a bit risky. Come on. Oh, that could have easily been a 6. Really? Come on. Come. There we go. That is more like it. So, mechanic, you finish fixing this. Maybe even repair the ship slightly while you're at it. I'm going to store the 5. Reroll this one. Come on, 6. There we go. So, I'm going to use the 5 here. I'm going to repair the ship a little. And then it's all down to the doctor. 4 dice, needs to roll 9. It can be done. It can easily be done. Oh, lost a dice. So that dice is locked, no matter what happens. Can't use it here, can't use it here, can't use it here. Just have to drop it in. 5 is good, I'm going to keep that. Though, really, I mean, I can't... no matter what I roll here, I have to use both dice anyway, so... there, that is done. 3 damage that would have caused. That would have been nasty. That really would have. Okay, so now we're going to take 1 bit of damage here, and everything else is fixed.
I checked our food stores, and it looks grim. We lost more than half our supplies with the module. If we don't find some creative solutions, we'll starve before we ever reach Mars.
Now, the creative solutions you're about to see are not for the weak of stomach, I guess. +2 assist with no penalty. That is a good option. Or +1 food, -1 dice. I kind of want the assists. Now, you remember when the crew died before the start of the run? Now we can eat them. This does come with a bit of a penalty though. They get 1 less dice than they normally would with food. It reduces their maximum health by 1, and it significantly increases their stress, which, as I say, is a bit of a long-term killer because then your options get really bad. I'm sort of tempted to do this though. Right, the captain has fairly low stress. I don't know how much this... I don't know if this maxes out the stress or just adds a little bit on though. If it maxes it out, then he'll be a great option because he can't get very much more stressed. If it adds a bit on, then I want to give it to the captain. I am going to give 1 piece of food to... I hate these choices. Captain. Okay, it doesn't max it out. She's still quite stressed now, but... well, that's the penalty she has to pay, I think. I'm not going to give anyone else this because I do want to keep the stress down as much as I can. But I sort of need the dice. Okay. You're very stressed now. Whatever. I hate these choices. They're done. They're finished with. So what's now then? If we fix this one, then the ship won't blow up this turn. That is basically the best outcome I'm thinking of right now. If we fix that, we won't lose on this turn. So, I'm going to send her first. And try to do my usual trick with spare dice on the mechanic to give this ship a point of health back. Injury and void. This might not go well. Come on. 1, really? I see a 5. I will take the 5. Oh, do we want to give dice back to her? No, this needs to be repaired. Okay, mechanic, it's all down to you. Can you fix this and repair the ship in one go? We have the red dice for the cannibalism. The game likes to remind you what you've done. Cool, so we're repairing the ship. Or repairing this damage. Now the ship won't blow up, and we can also give the ship another point. I'm happy with that outcome. Next up, 18. 18 we might do. 6 dice between them? Why not? This is all stasis. We have assists still though. Well, not for much longer if that continues on. I can restore her health to full. Let's see what my other rolls are. If they're really good, I'll do that. Otherwise... Well, she's going to use all my assists, isn't she? It looks like I'm just going to have to dump everything into repair because I do want to get this sorted. If you don't fix things, they carry over to the next turn, and then things just really get on top of you. Oh, yeah, that's stuck. Okay, I can repair... Okay, that one's fixed, whatever. Can I not hold it? Oh, it's held anyway by the stasis. Keep that one, re-roll that one. So... I can't use the 2 anywhere, can't use the 3 anywhere. I just have to... Yeah, just dump those into repair and lose that dice. So we're taking 1 point of damage.
A transmission arrived. Not from Earth, but from Mars. From Tharsis. An impossible signal from an impossible source. Is this what we're searching for? Who's transmitting this signal? Was there another mission to Mars? One sent before ours? Or is the message coming from someone else?
What could it mean? Oh, these options are not good. What was I about to say? I had something I wanted to say, it is gone now. So, I can increase stress for them too by a lot. I can increase stress for her by a little bit. Or for everyone by a little bit. So I assume his max stress means he's getting selfish because basically it just gives 1 health to him and harms everyone else. I could go for this one. 1 dice is sort of okay. Hurting the ship is not, but it does limit the stress that goes around. The food is tempting though. Increasing their stress? Not good. No, I'm going to take the risky one. I'm going to risk damaging the ship. So she got an extra dice. No one has any food. Does the mechanic keep munching on dead people? I mean, it can't increase his stress anymore. I haven't checked if crew members can die from excess stress. Did not think about checking that. You know what? Let's try it. Oh, when you run out of the food, you can choose to kill living crew members to get more. I'm not anywhere near that desperate yet. Okay, this isn't so bad. I can fix this one. Do I want to fix the easier one? No, I'm pretty sure I want to fix... Well, I sort of have to because they're already here anyway and I don't want to be hurting them. So let's send 2, 1 and 4. Do you think that will help? What's the most likely? Yeah, I should bring it down to 18, probably about 15. 4 dice. Yeah, we can do that. And then I'd have her 3 dice to fix that. Yeah, let's do that then. Really? Really? Can I use any of this? +1 health to all crew would not be a bad thing right now. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh wow, 28 repair in one go, but it needs all 6 dice to be there. I can give her a ton of dice, or I can re-roll these. I have no assists left, and those are bad options. Yeah, I'm going to give her all 4 dice back. Why not? If we make it through to next turn, then... Okay, who's next? Probably you? Yeah, probably you, because he can try to repair the ship. Yep. Wait, I thought she had more dice. Did I imagine that? Did I really just imagine her having more dice? Well, the dice is gone anyway. Okay, that was anticlimactic. It is all up to you, Mr. Mechanic. Can you get this done with your blood dice? This is really not looking good, is it? Let's keep you two. I have to keep you. Reroll you. Hopefully don't get an injury or anything. So we've got 12, 16, 19. He's not there yet. This ship is blowing up. No. I have one more, right? Yes. Yes, I have one... Okay, I've got one more person. We're not dead yet. +1 to the ship. What are we getting down to with these? 12. And the last person has... Was it 3 dice or 4 dice? Do I want to risk trying to repair the ship? It was 4 dice, right? Please be 4 dice. 3 dice. Still possible. Still possible. Not with rolls like that, it's not. Keep you. Have to keep you. What do I need? 8. I need at least a 4. Come on, come on, come on. Stay on 5. Yes. Okay. We are literally hanging on by the skin of our teeth here. My teeth do not have skin. No idea where that phrase comes from. Everyone gets -1 dice, point of structural damage.
It's designed for the Ectomi. Nobody has them but us. So who are they? And where did they get them?
The mystery deepens. So, +2 assists. No penalty. Job done. I don't care. I want the assists. We have no food. I'm not... No more cannibalism. No killing anyone, definitely. And this is the turn that we die. This... We're going to take 6 damage at the end of this turn if we don't fix everything, and there is no way of fixing everything. We basically need to fix these 2 and one of these just to hang on. Well, I think this is it, guys. Let's tackle the fire. They're all already there anyway. Maybe the captain can do it in one go, but this is a hell of an injury set of rolls. I think if I roll a 6, she's basically taking 2 points of damage off of 1 roll. No, not the 6. Oh, we got the assists. Thank you. I am very, very glad I took those assists now. So we're keeping those. If I use one, I can give everyone else 1 dice. That's probably more valuable than just keeping 1, right? Okay, nothing else dying, so... Yeah, I'm going to do that. that has to be 3 extra dice has to be more viable than the single dice. Has to be. Okay, we are fixing this. So I need a 7. 2 dice, or do I play it safe with 3 dice? I'm going to play it safe, use 3 dice on it, and then send both of these to take out that. I mean, we've still lost anyway, but I'm going to fight this to the very end. Just don't roll a 6, please. Oh, we have an assist. Whew! I saw his life flash before my eyes. Now, re-rolling these is very risky. Right now, we can fix this. Do we fix it and take that? Or do we try to re-roll these and try to fix the ship a little more as well? Will that help? It will not help. You know what? Fix the ship. Okay, so even if he dies, we're still fine. Okay. That's just going to be part of a research project then. Now you two, yeah, you first. Your extra reroll might come in handy. Don't even need it. That was very good. Well done, Anderson. Now, Doctor, can you pull off... still not going to save us. Can you pull off this repair, though? Oh, she can. She can. By the way, the sheer lack of food I've got, if I had spare people to do things with, this is where I'd come to get extra food. That's solved as well. We're still dead, but wow, they did well. They really did fight this until the end. But alas, this was not to be. So how did we do then? Survived 6 turns, completed 24 events, an average of 4 a turn is not bad at all. Yeah, 1 piece of research, 4 dead crew, 3 human meals, and 2 events remaining undone, 95% stress. Well, my score is 717. Maybe you can do better? Feel free to have a go. Let me know how you get on. I'm aiming to put out one of these videos every day up until launch of the game, so expect one tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after that. And I've lost track of what the date is, so maybe the day after that, we'll see. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.